All-star who's actually having his most efficient season of his career this year, his first in Cleveland. So, Donovan, let's start with that. You're averaging a career high in points, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, free throw percentage. It's not like you ever struggled in those categories. What is helping to make you so efficient in your first year in Cleveland across the board?
I think a bunch of things. I think the biggest thing, off rip is just the work I've continuously tried to put in. I haven't always been the most efficient player, so, and then when I say efficient, I don't just mean, shooting percentage or three-point percentage, but just like the simple plays and making the right plays, man. And then also my teammates and the staff have putting me in positions to succeed. And, these guys allow me to go out there and lead and do my thing.
Donovan, Sam Mitchell here, your last name namesake. I'm mad at you. You could have got me off the hook the other night if you would have got another 11 points and scored 82. Scored 81. You could have got me off the hook, man. But that being said, I want to ask you this. You had a great game the other night, 71 points. You come back tonight, you didn't score like that. You struggled. You hit some shots at the end. What game is more satisfying for you? The game where everything is clicking and it was easy for you the other night, or a game like this tonight where y'all had to grind it out, you had to grind it out, you had to play defense, you had to make some tough plays at the end. Yep. Which game you think for your team is going to be more, you guys are going to grow from more?
I think this one, 110%. After the first quarter, the score was like 18-16 or whatever it was. Like, those nights where our offense isn't clicking, continuously trying to make plays for each other on both ends of the floor. And our defense held solid. We held them to 88 points. And, they're a talented team, man. And so for us, we're continuing to learn and put ourselves in situations that prepare us for the playoffs. And that's what the playoffs are going to be like, physical, gritty wins. And, we fought tonight. But I got to say, even though I had 71 last game, the makeup of what we did as a group, coming back from 21 down, never leading the whole regulation and only leading the overtime. Guys made plays on both ends of the floor, and that was big time. More so the game, rather than the points against the Bulls.
What's up, fam? It's good to see you.
IT, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Here's a question I got for you. Coming from Utah, getting into Cleveland, putting yourself with those teammates, now you've looked at as one of the leaders of the team. How has that team embraced you? And what did you do early to ingratiate yourself with the teammates so they would, give you that leadership, role and trust you? I mean, it just seemed to be like a seamless fit. And it's not always easy for a guy like yourself to come in and then fit so well with this team. Right. Talk about, some of the things you did on and off the court to win their trust.
Yeah, when you come into a new situation, it's not, all you have is what your reputation is. Obviously I'm a three-time All-Star and whatnot, but for me, I got to get guys to know me, So right after I got traded, I was in Turks for my birthday. Right after that, flew right to Nashville to be with the team for their pre-camp, type thing that we were doing. And just be there, just be around, and just be part of the group, not isolating yourself. And I think that goes a long way because that's just who I am. Just putting the team first. That's all I've been. I think these guys appreciate it. I've always continued just to listen, be coachable. I've been taught that at a young age. And on the floor, just do what I do, and they've allowed me to continuously lead and use that voice. And, DG and everybody had questions about how me and DG were going to fit. And, I think we're doing a pretty solid job, but we can even be better. Just continuously growing. We like each other off the floor. That's the easy part. But now the way we're playing on the floor, leading this group, Evan Mobley's coming along, Jared Allen, everybody's doing their thing, man. It all starts with just the trust as far as engraving yourself with the team, and I've done that, and I enjoy it, and these guys make it easy. Plus, I'm one of the older ones now. So
that's scary.
He said he's 26 and one of the older ones. Well, let's talk about history, right? In the sense of you've had a couple of days to digest the fact that you're the only player, the only one in NBA history to score 70 points and have 10 or more assists, right?
Yeah.
You combine to account for 99 points. That's more points than you guys scored tonight. When you think of that it's you and Devin Booker, the only current players with 70, most points since Kobe Bryant, and you start to think when you're done playing, that will always be there. Yeah. When that goes through your mind and you think of the history of the game and the greatest players, Michael Jordan never scored 70 in a game.
Yeah.
Really process that and tell me what goes through your mind now that you've had the time to think about it.
Honestly, beyond blessed to be able to, be in those names and those rankings of Kobe, David Thompson, David Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain. Just trying to find ways to just leave my legacy on this game. Like I said the other night, I knew I was, I know I'm one of the best players in this game, and I got to go out there and continually prove it, and to continuously, do it in different ways, and have a night like that. Like, I'm forever grateful. I was a kid, watching the Cleveland Cavaliers, watching Kyrie have 50, watching Bron go off. So now I'm a part of that history, Cleveland history. I'm part of the NBA history. I'm entirely grateful, and I can, if all else fails, I can tell my grandkids I did something Michael Jordan didn't do. So
that's it.
Okay, so here's the real question, right? I always, whenever I had like a great game or something like that, I would wake up the next morning. And I would be like dancing around the house and feeling good. Okay, when you woke up after 71, right? Did you like spring up out of bed and was like, yeah, that was me. That was me.
That's why he was tired tonight.
I ain't gonna lie. It's the exact opposite. I felt like I was in my 18th year in the league. I'm out there, like, man, this is tough, to go out there and do that. My body was, I felt it a little bit tonight too, but at the end of the day, man, it's something I can, like, my mom can't stop calling and crying. But my sister, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Jordan. They were all going crazy, but it's one of those things where it's like, man, like, this is pretty dope, to be in that special group, and hopefully I can continue to build my legacy with this group and continue to go and get the ultimate goal, which is the championship. But it's always good to be able to have something that will last forever.
71
and 11 assists.
71
and 11 assists. That's also a big part of it. Donovan Mitchell, thank you for spending some time with us.
I
but
appreciate
more
you guys.
Importantly, thank you for spending some time this summer at the
Yes.
Rucker. All right, that
Yes,
means
sir.
something to
Yes,
us
sir.
too, right? You see that?
Yes, sir. 100%. 100%.
All right, thanks, Donovan.
I appreciate y'all.
But Zeke, when you see the celebration of all